Hi kids, how are you today? Fine. All right. Today we are going to read chapter 38. And I have to tell you something important. This is a very sad chapter. When I read it for the first time, I cried. Really, I cried. Because it's so sad. We are going to start reading it. Do you remember that Bradley had to write a book report? And that he was going to write the book report about the book that Carla had lent him? So, the first part of this chapter is when Bradley gives Carla his book report. And the book report said, Bradley Chalker's homework, book report, my parents didn't steal an elephant, Mrs. Sebel's class, room 12, Red Hill School, by Bradley Chalkers. And this is his book report. My parents didn't steal an elephant was a very funny and crazy book by Uriah C. Lasso, a funny author to write such a book. It is a story told by a kid. The kid's parents are in jail because they stole an elephant, except they are innocent. Hey, I just realized something. You know what? You never know the kid's name. I just realized that. You know what else too? You don't know if the kid is a boy or a girl. I just realized that right now as I was writing this book report because I didn't know whether to write he or she. I told you it was crazy. The kid lives with his aunt and uncle. They are crazy too. They put wallpaper up in the garage for no reason. I told you they were crazy. Ace is crazy too. He's the lawyer for the kid's parents. He makes the kid practice crying for an hour every day so the kid will be able to cry well in court. Only when the kid finally gets to court, the kid doesn't cry. The kid laughs. Then everybody else laughs too. Then the kid's parents get to go home because they are innocent. Except, do you know something? I'm not sure. I mean, if they were really innocent, then who ate all the peanuts? I told you it was crazy. The end. That was the end of Bradley's of Bradley's book report. Yes? Absolutely wonderful, said Carla. Is it good? Asked Bradley. You captured the very essence of the book, Bradley. He smiled, even though he didn't know what essence meant. They were sitting round the round table. It was Thursday before school. Bradley had to turn in his book report to Mrs. Sebel, but he wanted Carla to see it first, just in case he ripped it up. Like the other time, remember that he had ripped up his homework? Carla was wearing a fluffy pink sweater. I always wondered what happened to the peanuts too, she said. Me too, said Bradley. And they could have hidden the elephant in the garage. That's why they put wallpaper there to cover up the fingerprints. Do elephants have fingerprints? Asked Carla. Maybe they have trunk prints. He laughed. Well, I have to go to Mrs. Sebel's class. Here's your book back. Thank you. I didn't write it or spill food or anything. I'd like you to keep it, said Carla. It's my present to you. But I thought it was one of your favorite books, said Bradley. It is. That's why I want to give it to you. If I didn't like it, then it wouldn't be much of a present, wouldn't it? He smiled. I wish I had a present to give you, he said. You already gave me one. I did, said Bradley. What was it? This book report. The smile left his face. Like he was smiling? It left his face. What's the matter? Said Carla. Well, I'm supposed to give it to Mrs. Sebel, but that's okay. You can have it. It won't be much of a present if I didn't want it to. Carla laughed and shook her head. That's very sweet, Bradley, but that's not what I meant. I want you to give it to Mrs. Sebel. It just makes me very happy that you did such a wonderful work, a wonderful job. That's the present you gave me. Really? Really, said Carla. It was the best present I could have got. He thought that was great. He was able to give it to Carla and still give it to Mrs. Sebel. What's wrong? Asked Bradley. Carla wiped her eyes. Like this. When you wipe your eyes, you clean them because maybe you have tears in your eyes. Ooh. The corners of her mouth trembled. Like this, look. Are you crying? Asked Bradley. Bradley, I have something I have to tell you, she said. I hope you can listen to what I have to say without feeling scared or upset. He suddenly felt very scared and upset. Carla said, tomorrow will be my last day here at Red Hill School. No. I told you it was sad. Huh? Said Bradley. That's why I'm so glad you've written such a wonderful book report. I know you can continue to do good work without me. I'm very proud of you, Bradley. You're leaving? Said Bradley. She nodded. I've been transferred. I'll be teaching kindergarten at Willow Bend School. But I want to thank you, Bradley. You've made my short time here very special. I'm so glad we've got to know each other. You're leaving? We can still see each other, she said. Saturday, He shook his head. No, you can't go. It's not fair. I have to, Bradley. He couldn't believe it. What? If I don't do my homework, then you have to stay and make me want to do it again. She smiled warmly at him. You are on your own now, Bradley. I know you'll do wonderfully. No, that's not fair. He stood up. You tricked me. Carla stood too. She walked around the table towards him. I hate you, he shouted in her face. I know you don't mean that, Bradley. Yes, I do. I hate your stupid book too. He picked up My Parents Didn't Steal an Elephant by Uriah C. Lasso and threw it at her. Then he picked up his book report. Bradley, please, said Carla. He ripped it in half like shh. He tore his book report again, shh, and dropped the pieces on the floor. I hate you, he shouted, and then ran out of her office. He ran into the boys' bathroom. He leaned over the sink and cried. Poor Bradley. There was a knock on the bathroom door. Bradley, said Carla, are you all right? Go away, he yelled. I hate you. The door slowly opened and she stepped inside. You're not allowed in here, he said. I think it's important that we talk, said Carla. That's how friends handle their problems, by talking about them. That's why we've become such good friends, Bradley, because we've learned to talk to each other. I'm not your friend, said Bradley. Why would I want to be friends with you? I hate you. I like you, Bradley. I can like you, can't I? You don't have to like me. I'm not going to Colleen's birthday party now, he said, and I don't like Jeff either, and I'm never going to do my homework, ever, and I'm going to fail all my tests. Do you want to know what I think? Said Carla. I think you're worried that now that I'm leaving, everything will turn back to normal. It will turn bad again. You think that Jeff won't like you anymore, and Colleen won't want you to come to her party, and Mrs. Sebel will give you bad marks no matter how hard you try. This is the boys' bathroom. But it wasn't me who magically changed your life, Bradley, she said. It was you. You are not allowed in here, he said coldly. Saturday, I'm going to need someone to help me move all my things out of the office, she said. I would appreciate it very much if you would come and help me, Bradley. He wanted to go to her, to hug her in her soft pink sweater, but he couldn't. He felt like his insides were being ripped apart. It will be lots of fun, said Carla, and it would be a great help to me. I have to use the toilet, said Bradley. Maybe I'll see you on Saturday, said Carla. I would like that very much, Bradley. She turned and walked out the door. Bradley stayed in the bathroom until the bell rang. Then he went home sick. And that's the end of the chapter. Isn't that the saddest chapter you've ever read in your life? Carla is leaving. Poor Bradley. What will he do? We all know that Bradley changed because of his effort. But Carla helped him so much. And now Carla is leaving the school. Do you know why? Probably because of all those parents who didn't like her. What bad luck. Poor Carla. Well, probably Carla is going to another school and she's going to be okay. But Bradley? What about Bradley? I don't know. Maybe Bradley will be okay. Because Bradley is now another kind of boy. He does his homework, he has friends, lots of friends. He is going to Colleen's birthday party. He's getting good marks, or he will get good marks. But you know what? I'm thinking about his book report. He ripped it up. So now Mrs. Sebel will never get to read that. That is so sad. Poor Bradley. All right. So that was it. Now reread the chapter again because I'm sending you the chapter. Read it and practice your reading in a loud voice. All right? And bye. See you next class. And remember, I love you and I miss you very, very much.